Today I am with one new exercise, that is exercise 3.3, understanding quadrilaterals for class 8. Already in my previous videos I discussed exercise 3.1 and 3.2. So now let us start exercise 3.3. So this is the first question. The given a parallelogram ABCD, complete each statement along with the definition or property. So see, this is the figure of the parallelogram. ABCD is a parallelogram. So now these are the four parts of the question. AD, we have to fill up the blanks. At the same time we have to write why we are writing this. Now from this figure it is clear AD is equal to BC, that is opposite sides of a parallelogram. We have to mention this. Now see, this is the solution. So here AD equal to BC. Why we are writing this? We have to give, this is the reason statement. So opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal. So this we have to write, fill in the blanks. At the same time the reason why we are writing AD equal to BC. Now second part, DCB equal to, this is DCB is equal to DAB. They are the opposite angles of a parallelogram. We have to mention the reason, that is opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. Part 3, OC equal to OA. OC equal to OA, the reason is there the diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. The diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other, therefore OA equal to OC. In the same way OB equal to OC also, that is diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. Now measure of angle DAB plus CDA, that is, in short we can write angle A plus angle D, and they are 180 degree. Reason is adjacent angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. Now these are the four parts in the question number 1. So first one is AD equal to BC, opposite sides are equal. Second one is opposite angles are equal. Third one is diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other, and fourth one is adjacent angles are supplementary. These all are related to the parties of parallelogram. So now let us move to question number 2. This is from the figure. Parallelograms are there. We have to find out some unknown x, y, z. Now see, there are 5 parts in the question. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have to find one by one all the values of, see in this question, this is x, this is y, this is z. The same way somewhere x, y, z, and this is a rhombus. We have to write this is a rhombus. Again this is one diagonal is there, so we can find x, y, z. So now there are 5 parts, so we have to discuss one by one. This is part number 1. So now y equal to 100 degree. Why you are writing this? We have to mention the reason. This S, this are 100. S ADC. ADC is equal to ABC. The reason is opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. Opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. If names are given ABCD, you can write. So otherwise, in short, you can write simply y equal to 100. Opposite angles are equal. So y known. Now x plus 100 equal to 180. This is x, this is 100. The reason is adjacent angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. So x plus 100 equal to 180 degree. Supplementary means sum of two angles 180 degree. So from this we can find the value of x is 80 degree. Value of x is 80 degree. So x is known, y is known. Now z. Again z equal to x equal to 80 degree. The reason is x and z are the opposite angles of a parallelogram and they are equal. So opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. So ultimately that is x equal to 80, y equal to x equal to z equal to 80 and y equal to 100 degree. So you can write all the values of x, y, z at the end of the solution. So this is the question number 2, that is part 1. Now next, this is question number 2, part 2. This is the figure. Now this is x, this is y, this is z. Now from the figure, so 50 plus y equal to 180 degree. Why are you writing 50 plus y? Same, the adjacent angles are supplementary. Adjacent angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. So 50 plus y equal to, that is y equal to, ultimately we get y equal to 130 degree. So now if y equal to 130 degree, x is also 130 degree. The reason is opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. So y is equal to 130 degree, x is equal to also 130 degree. Now z. So z means these two are parallel. So z equal to x equal to 130 degree, that is corresponding angles. Why corresponding angle? These two lines are parallel. Here ABCD names are not there, no need to write this. So they are the corresponding angle. See, this is a parallelogram, opposite sides are parallel, and this is the transversal. These are extended part. So this angle and this angle, angles are on the same side of the transversal are known as corresponding angle. So x known, x equal to y equal to 130 degree and z equal to x equal to, this is ultimately in this figure, in this question, all the values x equal to y equal to z, all 130 degree, third part. So this figure is, we have to write, this is a rhombus. So why rhombus? This indicates angle is 90 degree. Now there are two possibilities, one is square, another rhombus. That is diagonals of a rhombus and square are perpendicular to each other. So now in kite also diagonals are perpendicular to each other, but this figure is a rhombus. We have to write this is a rhombus. So from that we can find first x equal to 90 degree. The reason is diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular to each other. So this is 90, therefore this is also 90, all angles are 90. This. So now x known. Now let us proceed. X plus y plus 30 equal to 180 degree. Reason in this triangle sum of all the three angles will be 180 degree. So if x is known, this is already given 30, so we can find easily y. So y equal to, after simplifying, we get 60 degree. This is 180. Now value of y is 90. So if we shift right side, minus 30 minus 90, that is 180 minus 120 is equal to 60. That is y equal to 60. X known, y known. Now z. So z equal to y equal to 60, alternate angles. Why alternate angle? These two are parallel sides. That is, opposite sides of a rhombus are parallel. Now this is the transversal. So this angle and this angle are interior alternate angles. So they are equal. So ultimately x known 90, y is 60, and z is also 60. So all unknowns are that is already defined systematically. So now this is question number 4, that is 2 part 4. The figure is a parallelogram. So now this is a parallelogram, this is one angle given. Now in a parallelogram or rhombus, if one angle given, we can find the remaining angles. So now this is 80 degree. So x, y, z, z is exterior, we have to find the remaining angle. So y equal to 80, y opposite angles. So if this is 80, this is also 80. So this is opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. So y known. So now x plus 80 equal to 180. X plus this 80 equal to 180, or you can write this x plus y equal to 180 degree. Already this is known 80. So ultimately we get this is adjacent angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. So ultimately we know this is we can find this is 100 degree. So x equal to 180 minus 80 equal to 100 degree. Now z, this is z. These two are opposite sides of a parallelogram, parallel. So this is the transversal. So this angle and this angle are corresponding angle. So z is 80 degree. So ultimately we get x equal to 100, y equal to 80, z equal to 80 degree. So from this figure, that is part 4, x, y, z all known. So now let us proceed to the next question, question number 5, last question of question number 2. So this is one diagonal is there. So this is x, this is y, this is z. One angle is given 112 degree, and one part, not entire angle, that is diagonal is divided into two parts. This angle is given 40 degrees. So now let us proceed. The figure is a parallelogram. So now y equal to 112 degree. This angle and this angle are opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. So this is 112. Now x plus y plus 40 equal to 180 degree. This is y. This is 40 plus this x, since z equal to x. Sum of the interior angles of a triangle 180 degree. We can use this also. X plus y plus 40 equal to 180 degree. Already y known, so we can find x. 112 plus 40 is 152. So x equal to 180 minus 152. So x equal to 28. x is 28, y is 112, now z. So let us find angle z. So now how we can find angle z? Now see, z equal to x equal to 28 alternate angles. Why alternate angle? This is parallel to this. This is the transversal. So this angle and this angle are interior alternate angle. So they are equal. X equal to z equal to that is 28 degree interior alternate, or in short you can write alternate angle. So in this figure, so already this x, y, z all known. So now this was the last part of question number 2. Now let us move to question number 3. Can a quadrilateral ABCD be a parallelogram if angle D plus B equal to 180 degree? So now here you can write yes, but not sufficient. If this is given, angle B and D are supplementary, that is adjacent angles are supplementary, this may be a parallelogram but not sufficient. Always if only these other conditions are not there, so we cannot consider this is a parallelogram. But in a parallelogram, this may be angle A plus B equal to 180 degree. So but some other conditions should also require. So now see, same question, second part. If AB equal to DC equal to 8 centimeter and AD equal to 4 and BC equal to 4.4, so this is not a parallelogram, since this one pair of opposite sides equal but other pair of opposite sides are not equal. No, because in a parallelogram both pair of opposite sides are equal, but here AD not equal to BC. AB equal to BC already given, but AD is not equal to BC. So this is not a parallelogram. Third part, angle A equal to 70 degree and angle C equal to 65 degree. So is it a parallelogram? No. The reason is angle A, the name is given ABCD. This always this should be cyclic form. A, B adjacent. Now A and C are opposite, so opposite angles are not equal. So this is not a parallelogram. Because in a parallelogram opposite angles are equal, but here angle A not is equal to C. So now draw a rough figure. Simply you have to draw a rough figure of a quadrilateral that is not a parallelogram but has exactly two opposite angles are equal. So two opposite angles are equal. We can draw infinite number of figures where opposite angles are equal but the figure is not a parallelogram. Here if this is 112 degree, this is also 112 degree, but the figure is not a parallelogram. We can draw 90 degree, 90 degree also. We can draw any shape, opposite angles are equal, but the figure is not a parallelogram. That is, if we draw these two opposite angles are not equal, then the figure is not a parallelogram. So now let us move to question number 5. So this is the figure. The ratio of the adjacent angles are given 3:2. Find the measure of each angles. Now here each angles, all the angles we have to say ABCD is a parallelogram. Here if we write angle B 3x, angle A is 3x and B is 2x, so then let ABCD be a parallelogram. So let angle A equal to 3x and angle B equal to 2x. From the figure, angle A plus B equal to 180 degree. The reason is, as the adjacent angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. Angle A plus angle B 180 degree, that is they are the adjacent angles. So now this same part. So angle A plus B equal to 180 degree. A is 3x, B is 2x. So this is equal to 180 degree. So 3x plus 2x equal to 5x equal to 180 degree. So x equal to 180 by 5, it's 36 degree. So if x equal to 36, so we suppose A is 3x, so A equal to 3 into 36, 108, and B equal to 2 into 36, 72. This should be 72 degree. Therefore angle A, C equal to angle A 108 opposite angles, and angle B equal to angle D 72 opposite angles. So there are two types of angles only. If this is 108, B is 72, this is 108, 72. That is all angles you have to write. Angle A equal to 108, angle B equal to 72, angle C equal to 108, angle D equal to 72. So this was the question, that is the ratio of the angles are given. In a parallelogram, we have to find all the angles of the parallelogram. So one of the important pattern of the question: two adjacent angles of a parallelogram have equal measure. Now if equal measure, so find the measure of each of the angles of the parallelogram. Now see, this is a parallelogram, adjacent angles are equal. If we consider ABCD is a parallelogram, by the definition opposite angles are equal, adjacent angles are supplementary, but here adjacent angles are given equal. So here ABCD is a parallelogram, let angle A equal to B equal to X. But we know A plus B equal to 180 degree. Why? As adjacent angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. Now if this is supplementary, so angle A plus B equal to 180 degree. A we have written X, B is also X, so they are equal. So X plus X equal to 180 degree, that is 2X equal to 180 degree, X equal to 90 degree. Now if X equal to 90 degree, A is 90, B is 90, since A is opposite to C, so C is also 90. Opposite angles of a parallelogram. Similarly, D equal to B, opposite angles of a parallelogram. That means ultimately we get all the angles are 90 degree. That is angle A equal to B equal to angle C equal to angle D equal to 90 degree. All angles are 90 degree. So this is one of the question. Now it may be short question also. If the adjacent angles of a parallelogram are equal, then the figure is a, this parallelogram is a rectangle. If adjacent angles are equal, so there are no option. Already opposite angles are equal in a parallelogram, adjacent angles are supplementary, so if they are equal, definitely there should be 90 degree. That means all angles 90, that means this is a rectangle. So now adjust this figure, HOPE is a parallelogram. Now see, this is the figure, HOPE is a parallelogram. Find the angles X, Y, Z and state the properties. So this is X, this is Y, this is Z. So we have to find X, Y, Z. At the same time we have to mention why we are writing this. This is a transversal. Now HE is parallel to OP. See, HE is parallel to OP. Which one is transversal? HO is a transversal. Therefore what we can write? 40 plus Z, this angle is equal to this angle. 40 plus Z equal to angle 70, that is value 70, corresponding angles are equal. So now Z equal to 70 minus 40, therefore Z equal to 30 degree. Z equal to, value of Z equal to 30 degree. Okay, now let us put this. Again AC is parallel to OP. AC is parallel to OP, this is the transversal. HP is a transversal, therefore angle Y is equal to 40. This angle Y is equal to 40 alternate angles. So here you can write full name also, full name of the angle, angle OPZ is equal to angle E, not Z, this is OPH is equal to angle PHE, that is alternate angles, or write in short is better. Angle Y equal to angle 40 degree, this is alternate angle. So again X plus 40 plus Z equal to 180 degree. Why? This is X plus 40 plus Z. They are the adjacent angles of a parallelogram. This is only X, and this angle we can combine this, that is 40 plus Z. One angle is divided into two parts. In the parallelogram HOPE, angle E is X and angle H is 40 plus Z. So this equal to 180. So X plus 40 plus 30 is equal to 180 degree, as already we have find Z equal to 30 degree. So that means X equal to, this is 70, 180 minus 70, 110 degree. So this is value of X is 110. So already value of Y and Z are known. So at last we can write the answer in this form, that is X equal to 110, Y equal to 40, Z equal to 30. So this was question number 7, important pattern. Now in this exercise all the questions are like this only, that is some unknowns are given, we have to find that value. So at the same time you have to mention the reason, statement, why you are writing this. Now let us move to question number 8. Gans and Brans are two parallelograms. So then find X, Y, Z. This is, there are two questions, that is two part, one is Gans and one is Brans, separate questions. So this is given in one question, that is first one, GU equal to SN. Why? Opposite sides of a parallelogram, GU and S. So now here when you write this opposite sides, you can write in any form, but try to write where variables are there, you can write on left side, then solution will be easier, there will be no negative sign. GU, G equal to 3y minus 1 and Sn is equal to 26. So ultimately 3y is equal to 26 plus 1. When we shift this minus 1 to right side, it becomes plus 1. So 3y equal to 27, so y equal to 9. So the value of y is known. Now we can find x. So now from the figure, same figure, we can write Gs equal to Un. Gs and Un are opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal. So they are equal. Now we can write 3x equal to 18. This is Gs is 3x and Un is 18. So 3x equal to 18. So x equal to 6. So ultimately you get x equal to 6 and y equal to 9. Don't write unit, that is centimeter in the equation. At last you write this is our answer, that is value of x equal to 6 centimeter and value of y equal to 9 centimeter. Here one line is mentioned, lengths are in centimeter. That's why we have to write the value of x is centimeter and y is also in centimeter. Now let us move to question number 9. This, not question number 9, 8 part 2. So this, now here same question, R, U and S runs. So but here diagonals are given. Now we have to use diagonals are bisect each other. That is RO equal to ON and UO equal to OS. So now here also same thing, try to write the variables on the left side. So this here UO, this is UO equal to OS, that is diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. Now see here UO, the term containing variables, so it is better to write on left side. So this is y plus 7 equal to 20. So y equal to 20 minus 7. So y equal to 13. So that is value of y is 13. Now after finding the value of y, we can, since here there are two unknowns, x plus y. So it is better to find this first. After that proceed for this one. So here NO equal to OR. NO equal to OR. So NO, that is same thing. Same reason, diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. So NO is given x plus y is equal to 16. So that is already y is 13. As y equal to 13, we can substitute. So x equal to 16 minus 13. So x equal to 3. So y is 13 and x equal to 3. And last write, therefore x equal to 3 centimeter and y equal to 13 centimeter. So this is the question, that is parallelogram, diagonals bisect each other. So now any pattern may be given, but that is maximum questions in this chapters are involving x, y, z. So use some properties of parallelogram and find the unknowns. So that's all. So now let us move to the next question, question number 9. Rix and 2 are two parallelograms. Now here see, this is the figure, they are combined figure, that is they are related to, that is intersect somewhere. The sides intersect at T. So now only one unknown we have to find. So now in a parallelogram, if one angle is given, we can find remaining all angles. How we can find? That is opposite angles are equal. If this is given K is 120 degree, I is also 120 degree. If this is given 120 degree, we can find S is also, that is supplementary 120 plus S equal to 180 we can find. So in the same way, in this clue also, parallelogram clue also, we can find the angle E. We can find all angles, but we will not find all. Which one is required? Here we have to find X. To find X, if we find angle E plus angle S, after that this SET will be a triangle. In a triangle, if two angles known, third angle we can find using the concept of sum angle property. That is, sum of the interior angles of a triangle is 180 degree. Now since clue is a parallelogram, so opposite angle CEU. CEU is equal to CLU equal to 70 degree. So now this is opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. Rix is a parallelogram, so these adjacent angles are supplementary. So here this is given 120 angle, SKR given 120, so we can find angle K, that is ISK. So this is angle ISK equal plus 120 equal to 180. So ultimately this is 60. Now see, in the triangle, angle E known, angle S known, so we can find angle T. So now in the figure, that is triangle, SET, this is a triangle. SET is a triangle. Now this is angle X. One angle is 60 degree, another 70 degree. If you want to write, this is X plus angle S plus angle E. So here it is better to write 3-point name, and instead of that directly write the value. So this is 60 degree, this is 70 degree, this is X is equal to 180 degree. That is by sum angle property of triangle. What is sum angle property of triangle? Sum of all the three angles of a triangle is 180 degree. So here 60 plus 70, 130. So angle X equal to 180 minus 130, 50 degree. So in this question only one unknown is there, X. So this is value is 50 degree. So now let us move to question number 10. Explain how this figure is a trapezium. This is the figure given. So how this is a trapezium, we have to explain. Solution. This angle. So angle NML plus angle KLM. This 100 plus 80, 180. That is sum of two adjacent angles 180. That means NM is parallel to KL. NM is parallel to KL. Now if one pair of opposite sides are parallel, then this is a trapezium. As co-interior angles are supplementary. If co-interior angles supplementary, then we can write the lines are parallel. If the lines are parallel, that is one pair. Other pair not required in a trapezium. Only one pair of opposite sides are parallel. So we can write KLMN is a trapezium. KLMN is a trapezium. Now let us move to the next question. Question number 11. Find M if AB is parallel to DC. So here AB is parallel to DC. Given we have to find angle C. So same thing, that is angle B plus angle C. Angle B plus C 180 degrees. Names are given, no problem. You can write short name angle B plus C. The reason is co-interior angles. So if co-interior angles, that is 180 degree angle B plus, already given this parallel. If co-interior angles 180, then the lines are parallel. If the lines are parallel, co-interior angles supplementary, that is 180 degree. So now this already given 120, so we can find this is 120 plus C equal to 180. Therefore angle C equal to 180 minus 120, so C equal to 60 degree. So here only you have to find angle C. So now let us move to the next question. This P in this figure. Now another part is also there. If you find this and measure of angle R, is there more than one method, that is to find P? Yes, there are methods. So let us discuss. This is the figure PQRS. This angle is given 130 degree and this indicates 90 degree. So now let us, this is two are parallel. Therefore angle P plus angle Q equal to 180 degree. SP is parallel to RQ. Therefore angle P plus angle Q equal to 180 degree. Already Q is given. That is sum of two adjacent angles is 180 degree. That is also we can write co-interior angles supplementary. So angle P plus 130 is equal to 180 degree. So this is given already 130 degree. So after simplifying we get P equal to 180 minus 130. So P equal to 50 degree. So this is one method. In this way we can find P. So now another part is there. If you find R, that means if you find measure of angle R is given 90 degree. So if this is 90, this S is also 90 degree, since they are supplementary. So then if these two known, let us discuss. So that is SP is parallel to RQ and angle S plus R equal to 180 degree. Sum of two adjacent interior angle is 180 degree. So angle S plus 90 equal to 180 degree, given R equal to 90 degree. So this is R is 90 degree. So we can find angle S. Find, first part is there, find angle P and S. So therefore ultimately we get angle S equal to 90 degree. So in the first part there are two parts, that is angle P and angle S. This was angle P and this is value of angle S. That is, this is 50 degree and this is 90 degree. So now second part, see second part, if you find measure of angle R then is there any more than one method to find P? Yes. If you find R, now see the process. Yes, there are alternate methods to find the measure of angle P. So what are the method? In a quadrilateral, sum of all the interior angle is 360 degree. So this is in a quadrilateral, sum of all the interior angles. Always there are 4 interior angles at 360 degree. So this, now if R is known, S is also known. So then using this property we can find angle P. P is not known. So sum of interior angles of a quadrilateral 360 degree. So angle P plus Q, R plus S. Why I am writing R plus S within bracket? Since there the adjacent angles, since these two lines are parallel, directly we can write this 180 degree. So or separately also you can write, if R is known 90, S is also 90, so you can substitute. Therefore co-interior angles SSV is parallel to RQ. Now P plus, this is Q is given 130. Now these two angles as a whole we can write 180 is equal to 360 degree. So this if we add, this become 310 degree equal to 360 degree. So P equal to this, if we shift right side, 310, 360 minus 310, so ultimately P equal to 50. In earlier method also we find P equal to 50, here also P equal to 50. This is the alternate method to find P if R is already known. That is, if R is given 90, then S is also 90, so you can substitute that. So that's all. Thank you for watching. So the next I will come with some new videos, so please subscribe my channel. Okay, thank you.